You thought that was big? That's only 2% of the milk.
One of my favorite content creators is Djibouti. Is Djibouti? Is one of those two words. Help me form a sentence. We've been playing Elden Ring for quite a while with 220 mods, mind you. 220 mods is very annoying to mod. Anyway, I don't know too much about Nightreign, the Elden Ring Nightreign, and I've been avoiding as much of the content as much as possible because it just didn't really interest me in any way, shape, or form. But I said to myself, self, who do I know that knows quite a bit or at least have passion for it? And I said, Djibouti. Djibouti does. Djibouti is R. I wanted to get Justin's point of view on Elden Ring because this man, he loves Elden Ring. He does. He loves it more than me. I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind playing that game. I couldn't. Making my way downtown, walking slow because I don't want to die and do this no more. Oh my God, man. Oh my God! I've been playing it for almost 100 hours now. But this man, he's barely perturbed by it. He bathes in the suffering of Elden Ring, chat. So today I wanted to actually see what his thoughts on Nightreign is. Because right off the bat, chat, if I have to say my thoughts and views on it from what little I do know about Nightreign, is that right off the bat I actually thought it was a battle royale. I heard someone say battle royale and I immediately was like, I shut down. I'm like, no. No, I'm not. I don't even like Call of Duty's Battle Royale. I'm tired of Battle Royale anything nowadays. But then I realized that it's not necessarily Battle Royale. It's got a mechanic in it that like the closing circle kind of thing from what I heard. So after doing a little bit more research, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch my first video of it. I'm going to watch my first video, but I want it to be from Djibouti. Justin, right here. That's his name, Justin. He loves the game.
Dude, if they come out and they're like, bitch, guess what? You thought that was big? That's only 2% of the milk. Then I'm going to be like, oh my God, we could play this game forever.
I'll tell you right now what this game needs. PvP. Invasion mode. This needs invasion mode. And you opt into invasion mode. You can just play PvE mode, but you can opt into you're open to invasion mode.
Chat, how much % do you think this network test is of the release of the game? In chat, what % do you think we're playing right now?
Excluding like the classes we haven't seen and the bosses that aren't in the demo,
I would have to say half.
this is probably it until they see the results, the success. And like based on the success of it, they might add more bosses, they might add more classes, they might add more biomes.
Just like Warzone, they created a foundation where every Call of Duty that they create, or at least new ones, that has skins or what have you, you can't transfer those skins to another game, to another Call of Duty for the most part. But you can definitely use them in Warzone. So for Elden Ring, what they're going to do, like easily what they're going to do, they created a foundation that they're going to use to... They created a foundation that they're going to use to add more and more and more and more and more to. I know they're going to do that, chat. If they don't, that means they have something planned.
I never get super into the roguelite replayability. I never understood it, but you got into Hades. Why can't you just keep playing? Like, what would make you pick up Hades right now, even if you've beaten it? How many times have you beaten Hades?
Different builds.
Just to try it a different way.
Builds.
But that's the part of the hero system, right? Is you could be like, let's see if we could beat it. No upgrades.
Yeah.
No loot.
Yeah. You can also turn up the difficulty by doing speedrun mode. One shot, one kill, you know, you can do all crazy shit.
If they're reusing, so that's what I'm thinking, native tech. If a lot of this is reused assets, that's already a big fucking game. You're starting with Elden Ring. That's huge, dude. So that's making me feel like what we're playing with right now is maybe like, hopefully, like we're just fucking around with like 20-30% of what the release of this title is.
It definitely feels like an experiment for FromSoft, and it's not Miyazaki making this game. It is a second team.
But it also doesn't have that great of a show. It's not evergreen of a product. In 10 years, are the servers going to still be up for this? You know what I mean? Or is it going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, that's a dead game. Good luck.
That's actually something that's a bit of a problem, chat. Like, we've talked about it before. If you have to pay a lot of money just to play it, and then sometime down the line, it goes, like, the servers are, like, goes offline, what did you pay for? It's like, what did you pay for? It's a problem with a lot of, we talked about it before, that's a problem with a lot of games where you pay for something. Like, for example, a Call of Duty skin. If you buy a Call of Duty skin and the servers go offline, you can't use that skin anymore. You just paid for something that you can't own. And that's the trend with a lot of games nowadays. You're buying a game that you can't own. You're buying a game that you can't play 30 years from now. You're giving them money and they're giving you back temporary cash, like just to look at. You can't spend it and it's temporary. You can't spend it. You can't take it anywhere else. And it's temporary.
You should be able to play this by yourself.
And you summon two other NPC.
No, just play by yourself. Just play it. Just like arcade mode, fast mode, Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Because relying on teammates is going to be tough in the future of the game too.
That is very true. If you can't beat a boss because you need a second, like a, player to tank or whatever, it will be very hard for people to be very invested into this. It'd be extremely hard. It'd be extremely hard, chat.
Getting to more bosses and getting in those deeper levels of hell, want to keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
And as big as Elden Ring is, dude, if they're going like a vertical.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. I know exactly what he's talking about. I hope I know what he's talking about, or I look like an idiot. So, so what I think Justin is saying is that think of Halo Reach, right, chat? Where you can keep going as long as you can keep going on that last mission where you have to survive. You can just keep going. But at some point, you can't go any further. Not because there's no more monsters, but because most people just can't get that far. If there is a bottomless pit of monsters that just get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where maybe 0.0001% of players can even do, then you got yourself a game, chat. And maybe it gets to the point where people are getting so good, then they just add another boss or even a whole another map, a whole another dungeon.
We ran around the round table just a little bit, but it was a lot of different spaces that had no NPCs. So I don't know what those vendors are going to be or what that replayability is. I think there's going to be a lot more, man.
Being able to buy, if there are going to be NPCs, chat, around around that table, be able to buy whatever or take those things with you to other places.
What the fuck is the moon presence doing with Millennia? And he's on her back like a symbiote? Like, if they do shit like that, I'm trying to be prophetic a little bit right now. Because
that does sound like an interesting thing. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I have no idea what names you were saying. I'm terrible with names. You could say Bob Barker, and I'm gonna be like, who? No, I'm kidding. I'm sure they can do a lot of stuff with a lot of things, but at the same time, I feel like Elden Ring does want to stick to story. There's a good chance that they may just throw story out the window because they're kind of restrained with story with an actual Elden Ring, but for Nightreign, they could just throw story out the window. But I like story, chat.
That would be, oh my God.
For the moon,
dude, they combine bosses.
Secure bosses.
Like linking arms, like as a duo, like Godskin duo, but it's like Gearman.
They're so annoying.
God, Radon. I'm putting it into existence. Let it be. Come on, talking crazy. Come on, you know that would be so. And how hard?
It would be terrible, Justin. It would be terrible. You would need a team to fight those bosses. You would need a team to fight those bosses. I had to fight these two guys on horseback. Got him! Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Oh man, I never want to do that again. I had to fight those two guys on horseback. It took me 4 or 5 hours to even do that on 2 different streams. Oh man, I hate having to fight 2 different opponents.
What would that be? We already fought the centipede thing, right? That's them saying, hey, Dark Souls shit's gonna be in here.
And they showed the Nameless King, right?
Imagine the like tippy top last of this game is like Lord of Cinder, Gearman the Moon Presence, Orphan of Cause, Melania, and it's like 3 of them at once.
Crazy boss rush.
And
Dark
you're like,
Souls?
okay.
They gonna put Dark Souls in here?